somebody vouching for them behind the scenes. And we would not have a Dhoni if it was not for Keshav Banerjee. Like speaking, find one. One coach, one approach for one skill. 58 pound, 39 pence in balance. My life changed in the moment when I said yes to Tony Robbins. Life is about what? Choices. And I can tell you, those of you who have made a choice, I guarantee for you to make you a great public speaker. I know what it takes to become a great speaker. I know how to transfer what I have into you as a speaker. And some of you are still thinking, I would highly recommend you take up my recommendation. I promise, as I said, if I give you 5 lakhs, would you like to have a 50 lakh rupees return? I mean that. I was in my room, went for a quick nap, and I saw somebody running an ad. He's my student, which is great. But he doesn't want you to know that he's my student. How many of you understand? That's a little sad part of this journey, which is okay. For everybody to become great, there is somebody vouching for them behind the scenes, or maybe on the scene, you don't know. Maybe if Oprah is great, it would not be because of Maya Angelou, If you think, Bill Gates has done a lot of great things, it was because of Warren Buffett. And we would not have a Dhoni if it was not for Keshav Banerjee, who mentored him in the first journey of his life, okay? And we would not have a Virat Kohli if it was not Raj Sharma. So if I'm not your coach for whatever the reason is for public speaking, find one and stick to that coach. And if you're already learning with somebody public speaking, I'm really worried about you. What are you doing in my room? You're just mixing up too much. You're overwhelming yourself too much. You shouldn't be in this room technically. One coach, one approach for one skill, okay? That's very, very important. And we would not have a Tony Robbins if it was not for Jim Rohn. How many of you understand? How many of you know Jim Rohn, by the way? Okay, very good. If you don't know, check out his work. He's one of those guys, in the early 50s and 60s, was the greatest speaker alive. And Tony worked for him, did callings for him, and then eventually became great. So this is my bank statement in my early days in UK. I went on a Christmas day, 25th of December, 2006, Air India from Delhi to Heathrow. I flew on a Christmas day because flight tickets are pretty much half the cost. If you don't know, check it out. Especially for countries where Christmas is a big thing for them, okay? So I flew because I had to pay for my own flight cost. My cousin paid, for all the fees I had to pay in the college. And if you zoom into my bank statement, in the month of May, I paid my first installment. My life did not change in June 2007 attending Unleash the Power Within. My life changed in the moment when I said yes to Tony Robbins. Do you understand? It was a lunch break. I got a call, and the guy said, "Are you coming?" I said, "Yes." And I asked him how to make it happen. Because you always have a choice. You can ask, or maybe you can just say, "I don't know, I can't do it." Or you can say, "Let me see, how can I do it?" And then it's very interesting. So I paid the first installment. It went through. The second installment was also not a challenge. It went through with my part-time salary. The third installment was a challenge. If you can see, 15th of June, I have 58 pound, 39 pence in balance. If you can see that, it's here, above it. And I'm short by 62 pounds in round figure. I called everybody I knew in Newcastle. Most of them were in a similar situation like mine, student working part-time. And they said, "We don't have 65 pounds to give you." God bless a soul from Gujarat, Amil Shah. He's my part-time buddy, used to be that time in a company called RPA, Rural Payment Agency. We were doing part-time job. So he transferred 60 pounds, but I'm still short by 1 pound 65 pence. The last option is that, you pray. If you've done everything you can in your power, you just pray and you go to sleep. Next morning, I wake up, the money was gone out of my account. I was just amazed. How can the money go out when it is not in your account? So I showed it to a senior person. He said, "Don't worry, AManDeep. Do you see that 1.65 OD? Can you see that? OD stands for overdraft. I had a 20 pounds emergency fund. Can you believe it? No credit history in the country. He told me, "You've got 20 pounds. Don't worry. They'll charge a very small interest. You'll be fine, my friend." And I went to Tony Robbins. And my life changed leaps and bounds.